Alright, so this is the DK Challenge, a limited time event because Nintendo can't make good decisions, as you complete various challenges, as hopefully the name implies, throughout various DK games. Now the entire DK Challenge is split between two sections. The Retro Challenges, which are games that are on the NES, SNES, and Game Boy, and Donkey Kong Bananza. Now I wanted to play through every single challenge to see if this was actually good, because let's be honest here, how good of a decision can this really be if it's limited time? And I hope to assume that this had good potential. Now immediately, it's pretty odd that Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze isn't on this. Like if you're making a DK challenge representing a bunch of DK games, you don't even have those two? Like if anything, I think Donkey Kong Country Returns is probably more popular than half these games. Like how many people have heard of Donkey Kong Jr. Math? Which yes, that's on here by the way, but I digress. Now we're going to be starting off with the Retro Challenges first, because frankly they're a lot simpler to explain, but also they're a lot less challenging. And we'll get into why later, but I want to also bring up something else. In order to get to the DK Challenge, you have to go through the Nintendo Online app, which is like weird that it isn't a downloadable thing, technically, because you do have to download the Nintendo Classic stuff for the NES, SNES, and Game Boy if you haven't done that already. And you also have to own Donkey Kong Bananza, which that's also a bit weird considering that, I don't know, you think they wouldn't have a way around this. I'm just saying. And we are going to be doing the Classic Challenges in order. And this first challenge will basically show how the rest of the challenges will play out, as we play 1-1 of Donkey Kong Country. Is that even a challenge? I think that's just playing the game. Oh, so actually we have to download something? It's unrelated to the DK Challenge. It just I haven't used these softwares in so long that some of the new games were added and I just hadn't downloaded it yet. Oops, my bad. It was also pretty funny because at one moment it showed that it needed to download for 8 hours. Alright, now this should work now that's downloaded. Which apparently it just loads the SNES. So you don't even play it in this. Like in the application. What am I even doing? Am I just clearing the level? There's some challenge. Wow. Alright, no comment. Okay, you know what? Maybe I am bad at this game. But we got Ramby, so you know what? What are we? Are we just like clearing it? I didn't read the directions. Maybe that's my fault. And by maybe I mean it is. I just got all the Kong letter just because. I don't know. Did we just win? Wow, I did it. Now, immediately, a lot of people probably are already thinking that this isn't a challenge. You're just playing the game. And you're right. You're literally just playing Donkey Kong Country. And that's kind of how the rest of these challenges in the Classic section are. You're just playing various levels, with the only challenge being the ones that are present in the level. And it's like so strange that's the way they structured them. Like, you don't have to do any special tactics or anything. You don't have to, like, get all the Kong letters or find any secrets. Like, I don't know why they did it like that. Now, one thing I actually do like about the Classic section of the DK Challenge is that they made challenges out of every DK game that is present on the NES, SNES, and Game Boy. Even the obscure ones, like the previously mentioned DK Jr. Math or Donkey Kong 94. And I wouldn't even consider that to really be a Donkey Kong game. I mean, yeah, I guess technically, especially if you consider the original Donkey Kong to be a technically Donkey Kong game. But I think when most people think of Donkey Kong, they probably think of the country games. Which, yeah, I mean, those games are in here, but it's definitely an odd choice. I like it, though. I would not be surprised if I actually died during this one. This one used to always trip me up. So I wouldn't be surprised if it continued to. I think we just have to clear it. I think that's basically it. We got a checkpoint. Does that mean anything? Also, we can just rewind, which is kind of stupid. Like we could just go back, and I think that almost kind of ruins the challenge. And I know it's an I guess SNES feature, but like, why allow us to do that? I know it's using the SNES app, but like, it's just kind of dumb. You know? I'm probably not the only one who feels that way. Although, to be fair, I might be one of the only people so far to actually play this. And, like, I'm not gonna get that luxury in Bananza either. And I guess maybe that's why? Wait, no, that's stupid, though. I mean, on the one hand, it's like, you're unlocking content, or not, I wouldn't even say it's really that much content, but you're unlocking, you're locked behind stuff by getting the game, and you know, I don't have, country returns. Not because it's not a good game, I just didn't want to waste my money, to be honest, because I already have it on the Wii. But, like, you know, it's still weird that they didn't put those two in, but I guess if you have to put the game in, I don't know. Because then, in reality, Bananza's the only game you would have to put in, since all the other ones should already be on your Switch. Okay, there we go. Now we should be good for the rest of the way. Just gotta stay on track. Now we're good. Wow, I did it. Now, all in all, there really isn't a lot else to say about these challenges, because most of them are just playing throughout the level. I mean, you saw the footage, I would hope. Like, there's really nothing interesting else to say. I think the main question is, like, how is this even a challenge? You're just playing the game. I mean, at least they drop you in the correct scenario, you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I do like, because imagine having to play through a huge section of the game just to get to one challenge. And plus, they don't actually affect your save file data. Which, I mean, it's a small detail, but, you know, I like it. And you even end off with a boss fight of King K. Rool, which honestly is a pretty iconic part of Donkey Kong Country. But, like, I feel like there could have been more done to it. Like, imagine you had to do a boss rush of all the final bosses in the Country trilogy. Or even in the Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 games, imagine you had to find some of the secrets. I mean, yeah, if you don't know where the secrets are, they're probably gonna be hard to find, but I mean, you seriously can't tell me that Nintendo couldn't just manipulate their game a little and add hints. Or, I don't know, like, add borders. I don't know, hear me out, Nintendo. We don't really need to worry about any of the coins and all that crap. Alright, oh. What do you mean he still fired a cannonball? That's stupid. Yeah, you don't even have to worry about any of the extra stuff. Which is kind of interesting, really, because, like, I don't know, I just, like, I mean, yeah, it makes sense because you're just clearing the level, but, like, why not make it about that, you know? Because, I mean, otherwise, then just every level is like, oh, just get to the end of the level, play this random level. I didn't even get to play my guitar. Alright. I mean, this level's pretty good. But again, I think it's just clearing levels. I don't even know if I can correctly call this a DK challenge. Are these levels challenging? Maybe some of them, yeah. But, like, this is just a challenge that conveniently happens to be in DK. It's not unique or anything. I don't know. And maybe because we've only played, like, the retro levels, but I don't know. So far, it just seems to be that we have to clear this level for reasons. I mean, granted, this is probably one of the most, like, well-known levels of DK, but, like, still. I gotta be honest, I have no idea where I'm going with this. Oh, there we go. Never mind, I figured it out. Because I admittedly don't think I've actually played this level in DKC 2. I think because, like, this game I really didn't get far in. But yeah, I think it's just you beat the entire level, and it's just like, that's not a challenge, that's just playing the game. I think Bananza at least has more challenges. Maybe. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. Again, I doubt many people have played this. Like, it's on the one hand, like, yeah, I think people would play this because it's a limited time thing. But, like, how many people would actually play this, you know? Like, how many people would care enough to play it? But, like, is this a challenge? Yeah. But just a challenge because the level's a challenge. It's not like there's no added difficulty. It's just playing the game. And maybe that's a bit rude to say that. I don't know why I would think that, but I don't know. I will admit this music is good. That's at least the highlight. I mean, I guess we probably should have just followed the bananas. That probably would have showed us where to go. Oh, we have to... Okay, hold on. Donkey Kong has always told me to trust the bananas. I don't know what that is, but we did it. I guess. It just doesn't feel like I've accomplished anything. Because what are the rest of these gonna be? Alright, let's see. Yeah, complete Fireball Frenzy. Complete this level, complete that level. At least this one's more unique being this game. Like, at least these, so far, seem a bit more unique. Yeah, see, I mean, I think it just sucks because, like, I think they could do a lot more with it. Maybe. I don't know, like trying to find secrets. Like, I don't want to just do a classic 80%. Like, just beat the level. You know? Like, why not make it so, oh, yeah, what if you have to get all the Kong letters? I mean, that's not that unique, but it's different. The funny enough, DKC3 is actually one of the only Donkey Kong Country games, if you count the original series, of just the original trilogy, that I've actually 100%ed. Granted, I only did it one time, so I don't really know a lot. But I mean, hey, it did happen. I was there. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, again, these levels are difficult. I mean, I've said that many times. Like, especially the last one, that was pretty difficult. But it's like, it's not difficult because the game has like an added challenge that makes it difficult. It's difficult because that level is difficult. And I think that's like the difference. It's the difference between the level is difficult because it originally is difficult. Huh. You know, I forgot about that. Hold on. Oh, well. Never mind. She's fine. I was like, oh, we can't get back to her. We also just missed a spider, but like that could have been a cool one. Like oh, I don't know, defeat 20 enemies with a spider, or I don't know, do a cool glitch. Just kidding. I don't think Nintendo would do that. But like, I don't know. You're saying they couldn't figure out something more unique than just beat 1-1? Or what about like in DKC 1, there was like the special challenges that you could do, like get this many bananas. Or what about this? Like, okay, that's not that unique again, but it's there. Like, to get that, you would have to you'd have to throw that barrel in such a way that, like, it has to bounce off the wall and then hit him. Which I could probably just do real quick. Never mind. Alright, let's try this again for real. I'm just gonna get this coin just to show you that I know how to get it. Maybe I don't know how to get it. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I do know. You just do that. But, like, you could do... Also, I don't know if that's, like... Why 15? Is that, like, how many levels there are before this? So you would have to... Like, if you were 100%ing this... Am I thinking too hard? Maybe? Okay, we just gotta be very careful. And see, we did. Wow. Challenge cleared. Wow. Incredible. Also, I think it's definitely a more odd choice to include these, because, like, I don't know, I'd honestly just include... Dang. Also, this one's, like, quick enough that I can just easily restart. Like, imagine you had to do a boss rush with, like, all 3 of the country games. Yeah, that would be pretty challenging, and maybe a bit too challenging, but that would be kind of cool. Like, you had to beat the final boss. Like, that'd be sick. Oh, wow, we're already at the final level of Donkey Kong, guys. I'm so good at this game. But, like, imagine you had to get the purse. Like, get all the items. I know it's not that unique, but come on. Am I complaining a bit too much about this game? Absolutely. But, you know, it's a limited time thing. I might as well critique it while I can. And critique the way I just said critique. But, you know, you can only critique it for a limited amount of time, guys. I do believe the Bananza Challenges are better. Because I think it's like, it's not just beating insert register level. Also, it's really funny because like, I remember doing this a lot. Well, not really a lot, but like, I played not really a decent amount, but I did beat Donkey Kong Jr. a couple times. Not that's that long of a game to beat, but you know, it's the thought that counts. Whew. See that dodge? And watch this, DK is, or wait, sorry, we're not killing DK, we're killing Mario? I guess we're not killing him, are we? Are we? I don't know, I'm really confused. But I gotta say, this one, I'm honestly really glad they included this one. Alright, anyway. I don't even know where this level is in the game. But like, again, genuinely, the fact that this game is in on here is like so cool. Like, I think this is probably one of the more, I don't want to say it's unnecessary, but they definitely didn't need to, and I'm now gonna have problems, aren't I? How do I do this? Oh, wait, do I have to? Oh, that's what I have to do, I'm an idiot. Right, because it doesn't stay long enough. Yeah, because there would be no way for me to traverse across that. I'm also just being safe and cautious. Alright, so now I can just jump here. Also, this was said to be hard. Like, is it really that hard, or is it just, like, harder than normal? I mean, again, really cool, like, thing that they did this. Like, they didn't have to do it. But I think this one is, like, the most cool? I don't think that's the right word to use, but it's, like, it's definitely pretty cool that they did put this in. I guess out there decision. A blast with DK. No, I think you're blasting DK. Also weird to include this one. Also, could I just do that and I win? Wow, I'm so good at this game, guys. I think technically you're supposed to keep the plants alive by, like, chewing the bees. And I just, yeah. Also, this one's also, like, really weird to include. Oh, God, I have to get to 83. Good job, B. I have to get to 83. Oh, boy. How do I do that? Can I just, like, put two numbers together? That's how addition works. Thank you, idiot. I hold on. I'm stupid. Wait, hold on. 95. How do I do that? I guess I can't add two numbers together. Or, I can't put two numbers... There's... you know what? Actually, wait. I'm kind of stupid now. I can do multiple, right? Okay, yeah. So then I can do... Time... yeah, I'm stupid. Alright, so 18 times... 5 would get me... Actually, wait. Yeah, 5 would get me 80. 90, never mind. I wasn't thinking right away. But you know what? We can recover. You know what they say? When you're playing as Donkey Kong, you don't think about math. This is why they made the game. You're so right. Wow, I did it. I totally mathed all over the place. Again, definitely weird to put that one in. Like, I think the game's called Mario. Is it 94? Yeah, I think so. Or DK 94. That one's, like, definitely weird to put in, but it's, like, cool. That one was just weird. Okay, now we got Donkey Kong Land, which is, like, a weird... demake? This is like an official demake if you think about it. But also, like, there's new levels, because I don't know if this was in the original DK. Well, Donkey Kong Country. So, who knows? I mean, again, I think this one... I think it just died. Like, this one's also interesting to put in, but I think that one makes more sense, because, like, it's, you know, it's DK. Why doesn't it, like... Hold on, can I not, like, fall? Like, why doesn't it show the death animation? Yeah, why can't we see DK die? Oh, I just closed the challenge. It's not what I meant to do. I don't even know why I'm trying to worry about the bananas. It's not worth it. Oh, hold on. I could just swap to Diddy Kong like that. Weird. Oh, I don't even know what's in this barrel. Oh, there we go. Look at him go. This was actually really cool. I've never played Donkey Kong Land. I mean, who really did, am I right? Not to say this isn't a bad game, but, like, I don't know. It just... Yeah. Is that checkpoint? Nice. I will admit the controls are also, like, a little clunky. Like, it makes sense. Oh, also, portals. That's my favorite aspect of DK. You know, remember that time when he had the portal gun? Yeah, me neither, because I made it up. Okay, you know what? This music's pretty good. I think it's Gangplank Galleon. It's, like, slightly different, though. Wow, I did it. I also like when you just collect a banana. Wow, I did it. I think it just, like, skipped half the level with that. Wow. Also, Donkey Kong is not actually on high seas. It's... No, again, DK's is literally not in this game. We don't play as him. Okay, I think this level and the one before, those were just, like, literal, like, demakes of the previous levels. I think it's just the first level of DKC 2 and 3. One was at least unique, I think. I could be wrong about that one, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, I think I just, like, skipped over, like, the entire level using that barrel. And yeah, I guess, like, finding the secret, B barrels, I don't know what you would call them. The B barrels, yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, if you don't know where they are, it's like, well, how am I supposed to find them? But, like, I don't know, maybe trying to find them would be cooler. Oh, we gotta collect the stars. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, this music sucks. Wait, hold on, I have to aim? me when I have to aim? But like, wait, that's actually kind of cool. Like, you had to aim the barrel. Most games don't let you do that, and I also think it skipped most of the level for me again. Why does this keep happening? Also, yeah, I can do that here too, and I think it just hit him in the head. Okay, that was pretty good. That was a good song. I will say it is cool how, like, first of all, again, not DK. I don't know why it's called DK Set Sail. He's literally not playable in the game. But, like, I do like how it gets, like, every DK game, retro DK game. Like, whether it's even a DK game or not, obscure. It doesn't get DK64, though. Wait, that's actually a good point. Why not DK64? I didn't even think about that. And, like, you could say, oh, maybe they just didn't have it in development at the time. And, like, yeah, but, like, would it have really been that hard? I will say at least we get to fight King K. Rool, you know? Only one of them. But you know what? Haha, Diddy Kong. I forgot how to play this game. I forgot how to jump. I don't even know how that happens. Also, I've never beat King K. Rool in the original DKC. So we're gonna figure it out together. Okay, he's just gonna run to the side. I know he fake dies. I know that does happen. I mean, that's like his whole shtick. You know, he's like, oh, I'm dead, and oh, fake credits. That's kind of like a staple for him, honestly. Jesus. I'm so good at this game. Okay, he's gonna rush. He's gonna rush again, right? Yeah. This song still slaps, though. Yeah, he's gonna do it again. He's gonna throw his crown, and I'm gonna hit him in the face. Or I guess I ran into him in his face. Okay, he's gonna rush. He's gonna do it again. And he's gonna do it a third time. He's got his crown. I guess he's gonna cannonball. I think I just dodged them. Did we do anything with it? Okay, I think that was just like a thing he did. Wow, good job. That's just a thing he does, you know? Okay, and we just wait. Oh, it's coming back. Ah. This one's better because I think this one's like genuinely hard if you haven't played it before. Wait for him to throw. There we go. Okay, he's going to the other side. Is it going to be a 3-looper? That's the question. Because again, I've literally never faced this guy. Well, in this game. Does it go back around again? Yes, it does. He's got to throw his crown. Wait. It's not over. I know it's not. Is it actually gonna... Okay, nice. Coding, characters, coloring, concept, commander. The end? Oh? The music's still going, DK. He's not dead yet. Oh. They got me. Throws his crown. I don't know how many more hits he has. I think he's just rushing. Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. He's dead. Nintendo Banana. Wow. See, that one was like genuinely hard. Granted, that one was also still because the boss fight itself was actually hard. But you know, they tried. And yeah, after we beat King K. Rool, there really isn't else to it. I mean, we do get this cool thing, I guess. a cool memorabilia thing. Pretty sure I said that correctly. And obviously we take a photo of it because it's a limited time thing, I might as well get it while I can. Now I definitely believe that the Classic Challenges did have a lot of missed potential. Obviously, yeah, part of it is because of you're just playing the level. Like, you're not doing anything unique. You're just playing insert register level and getting to the end. That's not a challenge. That's called an any percent. Now, while we won't see this right away, the challenges in Bananza aren't just as linear as the Classic Challenges. You actually have to use, get this, your brain. Like, it's not just clearing a level or a already in-game thing the way the game intends you to clear it. Now, mind you, we won't see that right away. In fact, when we boot up the game, we already get 5 challenges completed, because they have to do with the story. And it's like, why? When I say boot up the game, I mean literally boot up the game. Like, the save file that I've been using, I have to use that in order to clear these challenges. Which already is a problem because the Classic Challenges scenario dropped us. And it's like, are you seriously telling me that they couldn't do the same thing? And so for a lot of these challenges, I actually have to get to the specific area where they want me to be. Which, as we'll find out, is pretty challenging because... And I have not played this game since the Emerald Rush DLC. Which also has its own limited time thing, but we're not worrying about that right now. Now, as if the first 5 challenges weren't easy enough, because I technically already did them, so... It's like, it's a weird thing, because technically the challenges themselves are difficult if you're starting a new save file and haven't done it before. But like... Because I already completed them, they're easy, but it's weird. But the next 5 challenges I do are just using the Bananza transformations. Hold. I'm serious. That's it. That's so... Wait. Does that mean I have to... Which again begs more questions of, is this even a challenge? I'm gonna assume. Now one person might answer that no, these aren't a challenge, and that's exactly what I would say. However, if you think of the person playing this game for the first time, I guess getting to them is a challenge, but using them really isn't a challenge. But I think I just have to do the thing. No, obviously, but like, I thought, in my mind, I was like, oh, it's like gonna set it up like the Nintendo Classics. But you know, why would it? That's so dumb. Why would it do that? Because if you have the ability to do that for the Nintendo Classics, why wouldn't you be able to do it for Bananza? But I have to make egg bombs, and I think that's it. You just do an egg bomb. Then this, I guess you have to glare. I don't even think you have to do it that many times, you just have to do it once. And then this, you have to suck up water. Which is admittedly pretty cool, I guess. And that's kind of a weird ideology that we'll see throughout the rest of these Bananza challenges, is that getting to the challenge is harder than the actual challenges themselves. Now, luckily, the challenges do tell you the layer which they are in, and funny enough, if you view the example, it actually shows you the map of where it resides. I did not know this right away. Oopsie. So maybe that's partially my fault. And by maybe, I mean, yeah, it is my fault. And like, that's part of me joking and part of me being kind of serious. And admittedly, this isn't helped by the next couple challenges, which are more retro challenges. How do we get back here? All it really is getting a specific banana, usually the last one, in the challenges that are based on various levels in the Donkey Kong Country trilogy. Which is fine, I guess, but like, is still also not a challenge. Oh, banana. I got a skill point, wow! But yeah, now I just have to find the other stuff. I mean, I guess it tells you hints and stuff, but just take me there, game. Like, is that so hard to ask for? Alright, escape the maze. Like, at least it tells me where it is. Like, there's that. So, you know, thank you for that, game. I appreciate you. Okay, a forest lair. Alright. Honestly, I think it would have been really funny if they had Tropical Freeze, because you want to know what? I 100%ed that game, so I probably would have just unlocked everything at the start. And that would have been kind of disappointing, to be honest. Where is it again? The Forest Lair. Like, that would have been so disappointing, but honestly a little funny. Because, like, the fact is, I'm just playing Donkey Kong. Well, thank you, idiot, but, you know. But what I mean by that is, like, especially for later, I'm gonna have to do, like, I have to get more bananas. So at this point, we're just doing a playthrough of DK. I actually do think it is in this area. I think it's just right here. I did see it before. I think I know generally where it is. Yeah, wait, no. Oh, yeah, no, Bramble Country. Yeah, that's, yeah. Well, yeah, what a throwback. It's almost like we did this before. I don't even know what we're doing here. How do we throw? I actually don't know. I don't know why I keep trying to run into that guy. I guess I don't know when the thing pops up. Like, it could just be to get a banana, which that's probably what it is, to be honest. But that also means for someone who's already done every single one of these challenges... Well, no. There are some challenges that you had to do in the moment. Because there was no way to tell that you would have done that beforehand. Like the Bananza ones. But in theory, right, if someone... Okay, we get it. I'm not good at the game. But in theory, right, someone could have just done this. And they... That's actually kind of... Yeah, wait. Because also, mind you, the other parts of the challenge was to basically beat the game. So it's like... That either requires a person to play through the entirety of Bananza, which, admittedly, if you actually know how to speedrun it, doesn't actually take that long. Although, granted, if you haven't already beaten it before, speedrunning it would also take a while. But that's besides the point. You're either doing so much that's like, it feels kind of absurd in the first place, or you've already done it and you kind of ruined the fun. And I'm trying to be optimistic here. You know what? Like, this is genuinely really cool. I like it. It might not sound like that, but I do like it. I understand why someone might think that, considering I'm complaining a lot, and, you know, I don't blame them. I don't blame anyone for thinking that. But, like, especially for this being a limited time thing. Oh, you know what? That actually makes sense. Wow. But, like, it could just be to get the banana. I don't know. I actually, because I forgot to read it. Maybe that's my fault, but, you know, shush. But, like, why is that a thing? Like, realistically, how many of these things could someone do? Like, let's say a person 100% this game. Right? How many of these, realistically, would they have already completed? We already know that you could complete the first, or you could complete at least 5 so far, right? Also, yeah, I keep forgetting how to play the game, because I already got those. The Bananza transformations you can't complete because you have to do an action that the game can't exactly record happening. Like, progression points the game can easily figure out. Dang it. But, like, the game can figure out progression points. And I think, I would like to imagine that these you could probably also do. I know I was saying something about how I probably wasn't gonna 100%, or I probably wouldn't get every challenge in Tropical Freeze, because I know there's some puzzle pieces I missed. So I guess I technically, well, I 100% the game to its own standards, because I guess the puzzle pieces are just extra anyway, you know? But whatever. But I don't understand. It's so dumb. like, I got something, but I don't feel like I got anything because I was just playing the game. And so many of these challenges, I bet you could be completed just by, not even, just by doing it. Who's to say if I were to complete all these, who's to say that I wouldn't have gotten those? And it's like, it sucks because you're either doing so much that it just feels kind of obnoxious to do, or it's like, it's just trivial because you've already done it. I mean, granted, thankfully I actually played Bananza, otherwise I'd be playing the full game for this. Okay, now I have to look for the minecart thing. I don't even know where that is. Okay, thank you. Okay, actually, thank you. Jeez, man. But you know what? At least we get minecarts. But also, like, is this just, like... Also, wait, hon, yeah, all the retro courses were all the courses we played. That had to have been timed like that. Alright, yep, there we go. I have to check what the next one is. I forgot. Okay, look. I have nothing for that one. Just look. Okay, also, I probably missed the first one. Not that the first one actually matters. But, like, I think you have to go down. Where, yeah, like right here. Good accusation, Pauline. Alright, let's go. Alright. Good job, DK. Alright, we just gotta be very careful. And that should be it. Alright, so next should be in the Radiant layer. Or the Radiance layer. Wait, which one was it? Okay, it is the Radiance. Wow, we did it. Yippee. Oh, we can finally play the arcade. We can, like, move left and right. And jump over barrels. Yay. I mean, this level is probably good. I'll give you that. But, like, I just don't want to play it. I just don't want to play it. I don't want to play this game anymore. That's like half a joke. Half being kind of serious because I didn't think this would take that long, but apparently it did. Okay, yeah, I know there's something in there. There's barrels. Hey, look, there's a banana. Wow. I can't wait till I have to get all the bananas in the game. Which is, like, slightly an exaggeration, by the way. I think. I could be wrong. I could be. Who knows? I'm probably not, though. Wait, jumping like Jumpman? I think that's a reference to Mario. Alright, anyway, we did it. Wow. Wowie zowie, am I right, gamers? Jump those girders. Woo. Now, luckily, after this one, the challenges become less linear. It's not just completing insert register level in normal given Donkey Kong Bananza timelines. You actually have to be better than the timeline. And you know, that's good. I appreciate that game. That's what a challenge should be. And not just complete level 1-1. Twice. Weird. Now, also, we get to a pretty common problem that is mostly just a problem with me, is that I misread the challenges a lot. because sometimes I don't exactly know the exact time I'm supposed to beat. Because when I did this, I just assumed, because every other challenge was like this, I just assumed I had to beat the in-game challenge, not related to the DK challenge. Confusing, I know, but just trust me for a second. It was like I'm doing a random fetch quest. Like, I'm sorry, game, that's definitely how it feels. But you know what, we're gonna first try this, because, what else would we do, am I right? Yeah, that's right, we're cool like that, in fact. Yeah. We're gonna get all the bananas, and it's gonna be so freaking cool. 28, 27, I don't even know what the time to beat is. But you know what, we did it, yay, wahoo! And then I realized that wasn't the case. I actually had to be better than what I thought. And you know what, that's cool, I like that. Thank you, game. Okay, you know what, that one's at least a challenge. I'll give you that. That's not just the usual hunky-dory hippie requirements. I don't even know what the frick I'm talking about, but you know, this is true. It's not just the usual requirements. Holy crap, Nintendo figured out the idea of a challenge. Now, admittedly, this challenge, there wasn't all that much to it, because funny enough, if you notice, I only missed the time by 1 second. So all it really was just optimizing that 1 second. What was also weird is that first attempt was just really good, and then I failed for like 20 consecutive times. Like, that's probably not even an exaggeration. So, you know, that was fun. Now, funny enough, in the next challenge, I misread where the challenge resides, and I thought it was in the hilltop lair. So I spent like a good chunk of time just trying to find it, going maybe slightly insane just trying to find it, just to realize I was in the wrong lair. Yeah. Now, luckily in this challenge, I actually knew a good way to figure it out. And it's something I like to call cheating. Okay, not actually cheating. I obviously didn't mod the game or anything because, well, personally, I like my liver and I don't want Nintendo to steal it. But in this challenge, you have to break the entire building. But the time doesn't start until you cross the line. So, in theory, I could use the charge punches from Kong Bananza to break the building without crossing over the line, because there's a wave that the charge punch delivers. Now, of course, this didn't work on my first try, even when the charge punches did work, but that was basically the entire strategy. And again, I like this one. This one's good. Congratulations, game, you figured out the idea of a challenge. Here's a gold star. Okay, that was a big hit. Hold on. Just do this. Alright. Just gotta make sure we're fast. No, no, no. Oh, there we go. Okay, you know what? That one was actually good. You know, yeah, that one was actually good. I had to think. I had to use this weird thing in people's heads called a brain. I didn't even know that a thing existed, guys. Now where do I go? Now after that challenge, one of the challenges I wanted to look for was specifically the challenge to get 6,000 gold in a bonus stage. And I'm gonna be honest here, this challenge sucks. It's one of the worst challenges in this entire DK challenge. Now, I did consider it to be the worst challenge total. However, there's a challenge much later that we'll get to that I consider to be far worse. Now I'll explain why I don't like this challenge later. So we did what any person would do. I get into the bonus challenge, I get gold, and I did not get 6,000. In fact, there didn't seem to be enough gold to even make it to 6,000. Which definitely felt odd. You think that would be, I don't know, possible. So I sort of left it for later. Now the next challenge, this was around the time when I figured out there was a whole map section, except this one was probably the worst one to figure it out on. Now, when you look at this map, you'll probably think, oh, I see it, it's right there. Well, you're actually wrong and stupid. You see, the way the map works is that you usually can't see inside of caves and other stuff, because apparently, it's inside the cave. And it's like, really? Like, that's like the worst hint you could have given me. I think what also sucks about this one is that there's literally an entrance to another battle challenge right there. Now, also, there is another gold challenge here that's like across the water, and I tried that one. And again, it didn't seem possible to get 6,000 gold. Now, one thing to note about the bonus stages is that they are scripted, right? That bonus stage will always contain the same bonus stage, which is definitely good for having to retry a bonus stage, but it definitely felt odd that it felt like I wasn't getting close. Like, it didn't even feel like it was my fault that I didn't get 6,000 gold. It wasn't because I played bad, it's just because it literally wasn't possible on this one. But again, whatever, right? But anyway, I spent a good decent chunk just trying to find the challenge area, which, you know, that was fun. And of course, it was actually pretty easy to beat, because this one was just an enemy challenge. But like this one I think proves the most that the hardest challenge is getting to the challenge. Well, now while that definitely isn't true for all of them, it definitely feels like the case for most of them. And it's definitely stupid because you feel like it's definitely possible for the game to just scenario drop you in the correct area. Like, I spent so much time just trying to get to all of these challenges, that in the time I spent trying to get to the challenges, like, out of every single moment where I was looking for the challenge door, add all that up, I probably could have completed the entire DK challenge through it. And I mean the entire, including the retro challenges. Which, most of that's due to a factor we'll see later, but, you know. And again, the next challenge, it's really funny that I don't understand which challenge I'm doing. And I think that's like really funny because I read the challenge, I'm like, okay, I understand it, I get into the challenge, it's the wrong challenge, and I don't notice. And to me, I think that's really funny considering I should know. But I think part of it is like due to A, looking for it even when the map tells me, but also B, it's like I'm so stuck in the moment of completing that challenge, I don't even realize it's the wrong challenge. Wait, I think this is it. We're smarter now. Yeah, okay. We're smart. Where am I going? That is a great question. Where am I going? I don't know. Where did I go? I'm genuinely a little concerned. Maybe I just don't know where I'm going. You know? That's definitely true. We're not supposed to keep digging down, are we? We're just gonna do it like this. Because I think otherwise, I don't know. Okay, wait. No, we definitely do keep going down. Then we go to the side. We keep going forward. We break this. Oh, hold on. There we go. We break that. And then we do a little bit of this. And that. Hold on. There we go. Wow, I did it. I don't think I got the thing. Oh no. Alright, we're given 90 seconds, so we have to do it in 30 seconds. Because I don't know if you knew this, 90 minus 30 equals 60. Yeah, I'm really good at math, guys. I think part of it was because of my hesitation. Where am I going? Okay, just gotta mash B. Yeah, see, there we go. Yeah, it's crazy. Once you actually know how to do the thing, you do it really well. Wow. And once you know where the location is. In hindsight, it's probably really stupid for me to not understand why the location I've tried to get in isn't the right location. You know. But again, I think part of it is just like, oh, I found a location and I'm not even like paying attention to what the thing is, even though I probably should be. Also, where do I... There's another banana. There might be like a separate path. I know it's not really part of this, but I don't care. We're getting another banana. Wait, I think I might see it. Hello? Is it down here? Hold. Oh, there it is. Found it. So this next challenge, which admittedly is a little bit out of order, I think is the best challenge in the goddamn game. It's one of my favorite challenges. And this is for a lot of reasons. For one, you know exactly where it is in the racing layer. I mean, all you're really doing is racing against Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. You know where that is. And like, this challenge is like really cool. Now, on the surface, you have to complete the entire race in 55 seconds. Which, when doing the race normally, it feels like that isn't possible. I mean, like, most of the lap takes about 55 seconds, if not just under that. So how are you supposed to beat it? You have to do it in 55? Wait, is it just complete one lap? No way that's correct. I genuinely don't know. I mean, also, I could see it being like that, so who knows? Maybe it is one lap in 55 seconds or less. I genuinely, like, don't know, because there's no way you can beat an entire race in 50 seconds. Wait, hold. Okay, I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna recheck. I think this is like another issue, I know, but like, yeah. I have to complete like the entire race. How is that possible? There's gotta be something I don't know about. Yeah, the entire race. There's definitely like a secret trick or something. You know what? Hold on. I think it has to do with these girders. Hear me out. There has to be a way you can skip it. Hold on. We're actually thinking again. I know, crazy. I didn't know I could do that again. Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get enough boost in order to get to the 3 gold triangles and just go through the entire track. And that counts as a lap. Which is like so cool for many reasons. One, the fact that Nintendo acknowledges that you can do that, and the fact that they're encouraging you to do that, like, that's sick. And I think that's the only way to beat the race in under 55 seconds. Now, I do believe you could beat the race normally without doing that, but you can't get in under 55 seconds. But you actually have to think, these are what challenges should be. Like, it's so weird how it only seems to be, like, certain challenges. I can't even say I'd call all these challenges. Like, some of them just feel like minor stuff. I wouldn't even call them challenges. But this is a challenge. Yeah, this is truly a DK challenge. Trademarked. Do you think I could just... There's no way I could just... I can. Okay, cool. And it's like, it's so cool, dude. Like, you're given a problem. The game doesn't necessarily tell you the solution, not that it has before. You're ordered to think outside the box, and that's exactly what you have to do. It's like so cool, like realizing that you can even do that in the first place. Now, it did take me a couple tries to get, as most of these do, but once that moment hits, it's like, wow, I can't believe that's even possible in the first place. There we go. You know what? Yeah. Again, best freaking challenge in this goddamn game. Or I guess in the entire DK challenge. Low bar, but you know. Now granted, the next two challenges are more or less the same. Luckily, the next one's in the Forbidden Lair, so it's pretty easy to find where the challenges reside, since the area's very open. And of course, the challenge is still hard. You have to be pretty precise. I think, yeah, this is, yeah, Buzzoid 3. Okay, yeah. We did it, guys. We found it. Anyway, die. Hold on. I don't know how quickly we're supposed to defeat them, by the way. Okay, but we just have to do it again. Can I just start over? Oh, I can. Nice. It's definitely like 20 seconds. It's, I'm not entirely sure, though. Okay, there we go. And you know, the next one is pretty similar to her previous one, except now you have more Bananzas. And this one I actually did like, because I did the same strategy of doing stuff before I reached the line. But I thought a lot more. Oh wait, I definitely know what to do here. We could just cheese it some more. Hold on. There we go. So similarly, we should just be able to get like the main metal stuff and then we just win. We already got 13%, so we're still gonna get some of the building. Again, I don't know the exact time we have to get. So who really knows? Oh, you know what? Hold on. There we go. We're probably being a little slow, actually. Just don't tell anyone. Hold. Oh, that's so good. Hold on. God, I love cheese. You know, I don't think this is what they meant when they said do it quickly. I think this is called cheating. But it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's cheating, maybe. But who's to really say? You know what? Yeah, I don't even think we need that. Hold on. Hold. There, we can do that. Then, we might just be able to break all of this and we just win. Hold on. Hold the phone. No, we still didn't get it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, we have to do it with 40 or more seconds. Okay. Wait, hold on. I have a new idea. Hear me out. Okay, we get the explosives. Okay, now we get the snake. Okay, you know what? I think we're ready. Well, let's recharge. Now we're gonna barrel in. Alright, now we really have to be fast on this one. Alright, you know what? This should be good enough, they say. But frankly, I don't trust it. Right, hold on. Alright, now we go. Okay, come on. 44, 43, 42, 40. There we go. That's how it's done. Okay, again, that one was not that bad, honestly. That wasn't that bad. It was still a little bad because it was, I don't know. I just don't like it. But now we have the second worst challenge. Once again, like I said, I don't really like this challenge. It sucks. Because what you have to do is, you have to find the specific bonus stage of surfing for gold. Right, that's the only way it's possible. Which, in of itself, is stupid, considering it's hard enough to find a bonus stage, but to find the right one, like, that's so stupid, right? So what I essentially did is just look up the locations of them. Sadly, they didn't tell me what kind of bonus stage they were, so I just kind of trialed and errored. Luckily, DK Island, I think, just has every single bonus stage there. So it didn't take me that long once I went to DK Island. I honestly might as well just try all of them. I think I just need surfing for gold. I don't know if... Hey, I think I found surfing for gold, guys! Alright, there we go. I forgot how to jump. Hold on. And luckily we can easily respawn them. Come on. Okay. But you know what? I now know. Because assuming it doesn't change, I think all I need to do is just go to a new layer. And that resets. However, even after doing it, it still felt impossible. And like, I was playing very well. It felt like I was playing optimally. I was collecting as much gold as I could in that small window of time. And yet it just didn't seem possible. And also, in order to retry a bonus stage, you have to exit the layer and then go back into the layer. You can't just try it twice in a row without any repercussions. Now, eventually, I got so fed up that I just looked up what I was supposed to do. Because I couldn't tell if I just wasn't playing correctly. Maybe it had to be a very specific bonus stage. I don't frickin' know. And I personally hate this one for this reason, mostly. You wanna know what you had to do? You had to have Pauline wearing the gold miner outfit, which gets you double the amount of gold. Now, mind you, none of the other DK challenges have required you to wear a specific outfit. So it's like, why would I ever think that, oh, I need to wear a specific outfit? You wouldn't. And admittably, When you look on the challenge itself, you can see that Pauline has the gold miner outfit. But like, why should that matter? Like, I don't care what clothes DK's wearing. Like, why would that be a hint? This one's stupid. No one can convince me otherwise. And you wanna know what's funny? Pretty much after I got the strategy down, I kept getting 3,000 gold. Does anyone know what 3,000 times 2 is? Yeah, 6,000. So all in all, frick you, game. I hate you. Wow, I did it. And yeah, once I equipped that outfit and played efficiently, I got 6,000 gold just fine. But it's like, why would I ever think that that's the solution? I think it'd be one thing if the outfits had been important throughout the rest of the challenges, and maybe they were and I was just blind. I don't know. That could be the case. But this is the only one that is seemingly required. And it's like, why make a challenge like that? That's not a challenge. That's a elaborate puzzle. I could see an argument being made that I could have used outfits. Not a good argument, but an argument I guess could exist. Don't get me wrong here. Now this next challenge is pretty interesting. So after you beat the game, you unlock a boss rush, which is also kind of weird considering you don't fight any of the Void Company people, including the final boss, which is definitely strange. It's mostly just the extra guys. I don't know, it's pretty strange. But you have to beat that with no skills unlocked, which luckily you can respec your skills at the elders. This one and the next one both require you to do that, and it's like definitely odd considering, but it feels like the whole point of the game is to get stronger, faster, better, become the leader of the bunch, you know, and now you're using none of that. Which again did actually make these pretty challenging, but it's definitely weird, to say the least. Well, as they say in the business, here goes absolutely nothing. Oh, crap. Yeah, I forgot. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay. I thought it was also going to be scripted, where it goes in, like, a specific order. Now, luckily, I did all this at 3 HP anyway, so... Okay, now yeah. Thank you, Pauline. Oh, wait, this is, like, harder. Oh, crap. I'm like, yeah, what's so hard about this? Oh, I realize. Okay, I guess the bosses are scripted, I guess, for reasons. Okay, we just gotta be very careful. Now, can I just throw this at him? I definitely wonder. Oh, I can. Okay, I think that's the strategy. Just throw stuff at him. Because if I try and chase him, it's not going to really work. And also, most of the ice I can just get from the other area, so... Alright. There we go. Nice shot! Oh, fridge. Alright. Anyway, now you die. It's DK's classic catchphrase, too. Alright, we just gotta aim. Nice! Okay, you know, that was good. Ooh, okay, this one's interesting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so obviously there's mud and poison. There we go. I mean, in some cases, this is a bit easier. I mean, the bouncy... Maybe I shouldn't have spoken. Maybe I shouldn't have spoken. Snake might actually be good for this one. Alright, just hold. Hold. Then we just do this. Wait, can it not fly? Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize how bad these things are when they're not, well, you know, upgraded. Like, at all. How do I dodge that? Wait. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. I think I have to destroy some of this. You just gotta be careful. Thanks, Pauline. Yeah, look out for the giant thorns. In case you were unaware, you know. Why does that one-shot me? Does, like, everything one-shot me in this? Because that's stupid. Now, I need to get down there if I can. That was lucky. Okay. I just need to refill my gold. We wait. Okay, now we go. Should have known. Should have known. I should have known. Yeah, let's just take a quick snapshot. That's what I meant to do. Hold. You know what? Hold on. We're gonna play a bit safe. There we go. Called a bird's eye view. Because I was a bird. I didn't have any good commentary for that, I gotta be honest. Alright. I do not like this guy a lot. What do you mean? What do you mean? That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I hate this. Really? That's how I go out? I actually hate this. I hate this. This is... I don't even think this is, like, hard. Well, like, it is hard. It's supposed to be hard. But it's almost, like, annoyingly hard, right? Alright, now this time, can we not get immediately frickin' sniped? What? Okay, actually, what... Am I stupid? Am I stupid? Alright, let's see if I get a second to blink before it attacks me. Because it's so hard to see what to do. Do I just throw something at him? I can't. I can. Thanks, Pauline. Thank you for telling me how to aim. Really? Wait, what's the water for? Am I stupid? Is the water just like for electricity purposes? I thought that was like something we couldn't touch. I think the water is just for like the thunder. I thought that was, or I guess also to slow me down. Like I just thought that was like something we couldn't touch. Wait, no, it is some, well, it doesn't kill us automatically. But I guess by definition we shouldn't touch it. Okay, come on. Alright, you know what? That was my fault. I'll admit that. That was my fault. That was stupid. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, thank God. that one sucked. And you know what I realized? I don't think we actually face any characters of the VoidCon company. I wouldn't think, right? Yeah, because there's this guy. Wait, hold on, you're right. We gotta be smart about this. I'm not taking any chances. Alright, now we go. Beat him up. Alright, phase 1. I don't know why we can't skip this, but okay. Come on, just need some gold. Alright, there we go. Do not like that. Thanks, Pauline. You're a big help. Alright, that's not good. Hold on. Hold the phone. I hate that he moves around so much. Where is he? I can't see him. Why is the camera zoomed so close? Alright, that should be enough, right? Nope. Not enough. I will say I'm getting a lot of heals from that, so... Come on. You know what? Come on. What? What is this guy made of? Titanium? He should be dead. There we go. I'm like, I've melted his entire bones. He has no bones. Alright, just gotta suck up the sand. Oh, hey, we got... Wait, what? Why did that... He just... Why did it take so little sand that time? I also first shot it. Holy crap. Is it... Okay, wait, this guy's easy. I say that and I'm probably just gonna lose. Is that just... What is that? Is that just gold? Is it cheese? I don't know, and I'm honestly kind of scared to figure it out. I think it's just gold. So nice of him to just wait for me. There we go, there we go. Alright, come on. Oh, I get to get that one, though. Thankfully, he's nice enough to allow me to do that. Alright. As DK once said, say goodbye. Is that just it? Did I do it? I don't trust this. I don't like this. Imagine I did the wrong one. You know what's worse? I believe myself. I believe that I am somehow going to just accomplish the wrong... Are we sure it's the boss rush? What if there's a secret boss rush? I don't trust it. I mean, I did it, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I did it. And now we only have one more. Complete the final rehearsal. Now, mind you, I don't know how to do that. Hold on. Let me actually make sure. And thus, there was one more challenge. And this challenge, I think it's the worst challenge by far. Now, first of all, the game requires you to beat the final rehearsal, which, in short terms, it's basically the Champions Row, Darker Side, Grandmaster Galaxy of this game, right? Whatever you want to call it, it's like the final big challenge, etc., right? Yeah, it's the final big challenge, and you can use no skills. Which, again, is also really stupid, but whatever. Now, mind you, I haven't gotten that unlocked. And I think this is where the whole idea of not scenario dropping really confuses me. And so I have to get more than double the bananas I currently have and beat all the Bananza Challenges just to get there. And that's not even attempting the challenge itself. And it's really stupid. So I basically just grinded out bananas, probably giving DK potassium poisoning. And I haven't even started the actual challenge. And it's really stupid if you consider a person who's completed everything. Maybe not 100% the game, but complete like the final challenge. You want to know how easy most of these challenges probably would have been? In the sense of, they probably know where it is, or they probably already completed them. Because a decent amount of the challenges could have been completed just by doing it before the DK challenge even existed. And they already have the Darker Side unlocked. So they just have to drop right in. But for a person like me, who has to do all that, that's like a lot more on said person. Heck, even think of a person who starts the game for the first time when the DK challenge is a thing. They have to do so much. Like, they have to basically beat the entire game, including the post-game content. Like, that's a lot to throw on a person in under a couple months. And not saying they couldn't do it, but like, it's a lot more on that person when compared to a person who's already completed all that. They don't have to do a bunch of the potassium searching I had to do. So it's like, scenario dropping is like the one thing I don't understand why they couldn't do that for Bananza. They did that perfectly fine with the classic games, and I don't know, maybe that's a thing that's just easier to do, but you can't seriously convince me, unless you have really good evidence, that that wouldn't be easy to do. And that's also like a weird parallel between the two. You see, the Bananza Challenges do a really good job at giving harder challenges to stuff you already done, and it's not just completing the challenges or the levels normally. For the most part, that is. I guess the first couple challenges weren't really all that special. However, the game doesn't scenario drop you anywhere. You actually have to get there and do the thing. And the classics have the exact opposite issues, where I really like the scenario dropping, because you wanna know how long a lot of those would have been? I mean, just for Donkey Kong Country, you've had to beat the entire game. However, the challenges are just so mundane. It's just beat level. That's it. Now, with all said and done, once we're actually in the final challenge, why do I think it's so bad still? Well, let's just look at this clip, and you'll understand everything. We're literally diving in. Alright. Nice. Off to a great start. That's fine, you know, I don't care, because we're almost done. We're finally gonna get out of here. You see, normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to use the Ostrich Bananza and glide right through. However, because the Ostrich Bananza literally can't glide, mind you, it falls. Like, you have to think way outside the box. And don't get me wrong, I like thinking outside the box. But some of the stuff I felt that I had to do, whether it was the intended strategy or not, it felt kind of absurd. Alright, yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, we just had to free fall. Yeah, it's what we have to do. Interesting. Okay, okay. It doesn't matter how many times we die. See, that's why we owe those bananas, to give us immunity to death. I don't think that's how potassium works, but you know what? We're just gonna... yeah. There's no way I just do that and then switch the bird. Right? No, I think... maybe. That's like the only logical solution I have. Like, the first thing I thought of after failing multiple times is to use the Snake Bananza. I hate that roof. That roof sucks. Alright, hear me out. We do the jump. We hold Y. We have to wait till we get right here. Oh my gosh, wait. I think that... wait, what? What even hit me there? What the frick? And we just fly. That's not enough? That's insane. That's actually insane. Stupid. And insane. I don't even know how to feel about that. That's so dumb. That is kinda dumb, actually. At this point, I mean, I know we haven't even gotten through, like, I don't even know what the first quote-unquote section is, but this already feels kind of BS. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much right now, and I guess that could be the case, but I don't know, man. Oh yeah, let's take a nice photo of DK dying. But like, this kind of feels stupid, right? I can't be the only... wait a second. Wait a goddamn second. Hold on. I have an idea. Hold on. I have new ideas. Hear me out. Look, you know what? If the game is gonna give me some crap, I might as well take it right back. Alright, you know what? That was kind of stupid. But hear me out. This might break. You know what? No. I'm doing that. If the game wants to screw with me, I'm gonna screw it right back. I don't know if that sounded correct, but you know what? I don't care. You know the amount of crap that this game has put me through just in the DK challenge? So much. And you say, you know what? I don't care. Oh no. Wait, oh my god, I think that actually just... No. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. But I think this is honestly like the best strategy. And then another thing is the game gives you an apple and a cantaloupe beforehand. And they're covered in ice. So my next solution was to like grab a chunk of the ice and use it as a almost protection. So I could glide across the I guess not glide, but surf across the surface of the thorns. Alright, so we're just gonna... I think if I'm surfing on, I can't... That's so weird. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Alright, we're there. Now what? You know what? I don't know. But we're gonna try something. Okay, that did not work. Okay, wait. I almost wonder if the melon strategy of getting that back up, that actually might be impactful. Alright, we get it. DK dies. But I think that actually might be helpful. I don't know. I feel like it has to be helpful. And I eventually figured out I could just do that with the apple. And it's like, it's so weird that I felt that that was the solution. Like, that had to have been the solution I needed to do. Whether that's actually the case or not is irrelevant. Wait a second, I could just use an apple chunk? Wait a second. Apple chunks have to be stronger than ice, right? If I had to guess, apple chunks are probably stronger than ice. Wait a second, hold on. I'm going to figure this out because, again, this game has put me through a lot of crap. And so you know what? The fact that I'm able to just take a chunk of apple, honestly, that is helpful. Alright. That we also get a free heal from that. That's crazy. Okay. We definitely need to use the snake. And you know what? We gotta get a chunk of gold, too. That is so... Who would make this? Like, okay. I don't even know if this is fun. It's like a weird difficulty thing of like, no one in the right mind would do it like this. Alright, the boss rush, okay, that was at least interesting. It was annoying, sure, but it felt fun. This just feels stupid. Especially for like a final challenge. Okay, maybe I wouldn't say that people would not do this, but like, I don't know. Like, between upgrading most of your stats to be good and doing whatever the crap this is, I think I know what people are going to do. And every time I die, it just takes forever to respawn. And okay, again, that's a minor inconvenience at best. But come on. Like, it's just really annoying. This is definitely the worst challenge, because we already know what that one is. That one, we all know. But, like, I don't know. Just something about this just doesn't feel fun. Like, I'm just doing this annoying task. Playing the game a way no one should. And like, I don't even know how I'm supposed to do this. Like, how would... I've never done this before. I think that's the probably worst part. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. You see that phone? You better pick it up! Okay, you know what? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. Forget all the stuff I'm saying. Hold on. We might have something. We might have something. Now, mind you, I was stuck on this for a good probably hour and a half, and it got to the point that it just didn't feel fun. And I think that's also like a hindrance towards this challenge. It just didn't feel fun. The whole point of the final rehearsal should be like using all the skills you've collected across your way. If I could use all my skill points I currently have, you wanna know how easier this probably would have been? Honestly, in the time it took to get all those bananas, I probably would have had finished by then. And now that I have access to none of that, it's like, it just felt tedious. Like I was throwing glass at a brick wall. Like, I don't think that brick wall is gonna break. The glass is just gonna break. Like, no matter how many times you throw glass at a brick wall, I don't think it's gonna break. Maybe eventually. With a lot of glass. Maybe. But it's not likely. And you know, eventually you're just gonna give up throwing glass at a brick wall. I don't know why I'm using this analogy, but it feels appropriate. Okay. No frickin' way. No way I can just do that. No frickin' way. Hold on a second. Hold the frickin' phone. There's no way I can just do that? That feels like cheating. Hold on. Could I theoretically... No way. Okay, you know what? Say what you want. I'm doing this. Doing that. I'm obviously going to be doing it anyway. But you know what I mean. I mean, like, in this scenario, sucking the vines. I'm doing it. Which also means I can do this. I'm going to do that. Alright, that was stupid. But I don't care. I am going to suck the thorns in the most normal way I can. with an elephant trunk. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you know what? The game allows me to do it. So you know what? I don't even care. I don't feel bad. Because like normally people might be like, oh, haha, I feel bad for doing this. I don't. I think the fact that I feel that I have to do that, I think that kind of proves it enough, you know? And I'm doing it. I just found a new strategy. I hate it. But I think I found a new strategy. This is broken! Maybe not as broken. No frickin' way. That's... Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna manipulate this game. I'm going to do it. They said this was the ostrich section. I think they misspelled elephant. I think this is honestly just the play. which is insane to me. That this whole section's supposed to be about the frickin' ostrich. And I'm like, no, what if you choose the elephant? You know what? There we go. Alright, so now what? I don't know, I didn't think I'd get this far.
Quick, the apple.
Holy crap, apples exist? Alright, so this is definitely a section for the elephant, right? Oh my gosh, I just realized there's 5 sections because there's 5 balloons. Okay, so we just got through section 1. There's definitely not a checkpoint there, right? Right, game? If there might... I don't know. That is still so insane that I can just do that. That feels so... kind of dumb, actually. Like, the whole section's supposed to be about the ostrich, and I just use the elephant. Nope. I just died to this stupid thing. No! Okay, I actually thought I was going to die to that stupid thing. Okay, wait, where are the apples? I smell them. Where are they? Pauline, I don't think there's apples here. I gotta be honest with you. But hear me out. We can find apples. Hold on. This actually might not be a good idea if I don't get gold. Just run into the spikes. Good job, B! You got a gold star for being an idiot. I do genuinely think what I need to do. I think technically I'm supposed to use the big Kong. However, I don't really feel like it. Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, what? I don't trust this. Oh, that's why. I do not like that. What are these guys made of? Frickin' titanium? They're unkillable. What are the... Hold on, actually though, what am I supposed to do? Can they even kill me? I don't want to test. Oh, they can. But what? Why was I not able to kill them? The frick? No, no, no. I'm getting out of here. No, no, no. Oh my god. Wait, wait, wait. That's like the halfway part, right? Oh my god. Wait, wait, wait. And that has to be a checkpoint, right? There's no way. Maybe it's not. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes. In fact, there was like a weird revelation when I got halfway through. Alright, you know what? Let's do this. Because now that I actually knew where the finish line was, I actually knew that the progress was being made, I somehow did better. Are you kidding me, really? Of course he's standing on spikes like that. But there's like only a couple more sections then. Alright, we just gotta be very careful. Oh no. Ah. Oh, thanks, Pauline. I love your enthusiasm. You don't just kill yourselves. Sorry, that was a little brutal, but it is deserved.
Nice one.
Imagine I just died there. I don't know. You know what? No. We're avoiding these creatures. We're avoiding these creatures. What do you mean there's supposed to be a minecart here, you think? What? What do I... What? Do I? Hold on. There's a reason these guys are here. Please just tell me that was actually a checkpoint, though. Please, for the love of God, tell me that was a checkpoint. Maybe? Oh my God, it was not a checkpoint. Oh my God, oh my... Okay, but you know what? No. I don't care. For some reason, that run... I don't know what demon possessed me. But you know what? I don't... Yeah. And of course, you know... Like any demon, this happens. But you know what? It's fine. We know we're almost there. We're almost there. We're going to make it. Now that we're here, I have a feeling. Many feelings. I can't grab you, can I? I don't... How is this supposed to work? I think that's my question. That's the only issue. I genuinely don't know. I don't know if it's like... I think it's a rail, so I think... Wait. There's a sign. Hold on. We have to read the sign. Read more. Yeah, okay. What? No, I don't. Okay, but you know what? You know what? Thank you, Cranky. Okay, so I do take one of these guys. So now, I take this. We're in light. This is a strong material, so it shouldn't break. And I just take a leap of faith. No! Okay, you know what?
Let's get going.
I don't know what that was, but that was freaking hilarious. Best moment. I was so confident in that too. Now after that funny, albeit pretty stupid death, I figured out I had to surf across the line. And once I figured that out, that was pretty easy. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do this time. This is what we're supposed to do. That was pretty funny, though, I'm not gonna lie. I think just the fact that I was so confident, I think that's like the kicker of it all. I was so confident that what I was doing was correct. And then I just fell. Alright, it's time. Come on. We got this. Right, it can slow down. Just gotta be very careful. Now what? Now what do I do? Ready to just go? I think we're just going. I don't know where we're going. We're going places. And now we're on to the last section. And this one definitely seems like a challenge. Oh boy. You know what? Yeah, I call it a layer of protection. Now the barrels felt like they were coming faster at me than my Kong Bananza could punch. This is dumb. Do not like it. Do not like it at all. Like, my Kong Bananza isn't strong enough to get through. Oh, I do not like that. I do not like that at all. That, ooh, okay. Alright. That's stupid. Alright, but okay. But I was so confident. Somehow, getting halfway seemed to fuel my motivation just enough to get through. Come on. We got this. Can I break the barrels on? Can I? I can. You know what? Holy crap. Ah, dang. Well, it was good. Well, wait a second. Oh, wait, that's actually huge. Hold on a second. I figured out exactly what I need to do by pure accident. Because the gap isn't big enough. Wait a sec. Aw. Dang it. We got tiny barrels. That's not fun. Ah. You know, actually, this is not that bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah! Oh, come on. You're toying with me. God dang it. No, no, no. Come on. Yes! Yes! Thank you! And 2 exclamation marks. And that's how it's done. Woo! Now, before we go on to the ending, I will say, the DK Challenge, it really isn't that good. I think it has good ideas and could definitely be made better. I mean, obviously, anything can really be made better if you try hard enough. And I like the idea. It's just the execution, man. It just didn't work. The Bananza Challenges definitely felt more polished than the Retro Challenges. I'll give them that. And I do like how the Retro Challenges included games from a lot of different Donkey Kong games, even ones that didn't feel necessary. But just overall, a decent amount of the challenges just felt like a fetch quest. Except I was fetching for the challenge. I had to actually find it. And even the Retro Challenges didn't really help all that much, considering it's like, just playing the game. Not to say that none of the challenges were great, I still really enjoy the Racing Challenge. I think that one's by far the best one. And I'll explain a lot of this in the next clip anyway, but just as a final closer for overview DJ Smash Ball, I will say that if you want to do this, I think you still should because it is a limited time thing. But I wouldn't stress yourself overdoing it because it's honestly not that worth it. And there it is! Woo! There it is! And now we can see it all in glory. Mostly glory. And that also means we get this! Yippee! Okay, hold on. We have to head to the surface real quick. It definitely went.
Great job.
That's what I can say. So now what? Like, I know we did the DK challenge thing, but you know what? We gotta see this. Go to the surface? Does something else happen? I'm so confused.
Please grant our wish.
To the surface. What happens? I'm actually kind of curious. I mean, maybe it's nothing that much, but I don't know. Maybe it's something. Hold. Hold. We're going up. Well, that was definitely something. I mean, let's be honest here. The DK challenge, it's not that great. Like, I want to like it. I think the idea behind it makes sense. But it just... like, even that final challenge, like, I was glad to beat it, and I felt many things. Mostly anger. But I did feel enjoyment. Maybe a little bit of constipation, but I don't know. But, yeah, it's just a lot of the challenges, like I said this, and this is still true. The hardest part of the challenges is just getting to it. And, like, especially if you consider the person getting this game for the first time, like, they'd have to do so much. And it's so weird because the retro challenges feel completely different. Like, you're just playing the game in the retro challenges. And in here, I mean, at least they're more unique. I'll give them that. It's not just the basic game stuff. You know, I'll give credit where credit's due. And I do like how the retro challenges include, like, all the DK games. Like, that's really cool. Even the obscure ones, like DK Junior Math. Again, I'll give it that. But, all in all, it's just not that good. It has some good challenges that do force you to think. But especially that last one, and the gold one. The gold one sucked. But that last one, I think it felt more annoying. Especially because I did that very cheesy. Like, especially in that last section, Like, you're supposed to break the entire thing so the barrels come after you. But like, I didn't do that. And honestly, I don't even care. Like, I know some people might feel bad if they did that, but with all the crap I've been put through just through this DK challenge, it's a lot. Is it really worth it? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it is a limited time thing, so it's like, it only lasts for like, I think it lasts till September, which is kind of crazy. That's not even a full year. At least Mario 35 lasted longer than that. But honestly, I'm glad we did it anyway. And we got photo evidence too. Yeah, because that's definitely important. Also, can I just skip this? Is that like... I don't want to like mess anything up. If I skip, right? You know, hold on. Picture. Nice. Well, that was it. Wow, that was incredible. Well, you know, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.